Hey everybody, got another video here for you. Sometimes when you're working on the electronics for guitar, you have to bring a whole bunch of wires together. You know, like a bunch of grounds or whatever. And one way to do it is you get, your half dozen wires, whatever you got to deal with, and you just twist them all together. And then you come along with your soldering iron, try to heat that big blob of wires up, and then get it all packed with solder. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes it works for a while, and it gets vibrated enough that a not 100% solder joint breaks, and then you've got electronics problems. Well, here's a trick you can use when you got to bring a whole bunch of wires together, and you can get them all connected up nice. So what you want to do is you want to get a piece of wire, you want to take all the insulation off of it and twist it up nice and tight. And this is going to be your bus wire in order to connect all these wires together. So you start by taking your first wire, say this black wire in this example, and you just solder it to the end of the bus wire like that. And let's say red is next, so then you take your red one and twist it around and then solder it up. That should probably do. Yep, see, there you go. There's the next one. And notice that they're far enough apart that you can unsolder either one of these you want without affecting the other soldering joint. And that allows you to make repairs easily, connect and disconnect stuff without messing up any of the other electronics in the guitar. So now I've got 3 leads connected to the bus, and you can just keep going as far as you have to, however many leads you have. I think I had like 7 grounds I had to bring together on the Cowboys guitar build. So, and then when you get as far as you got, and let's say I only had 3, then I just take wire cutters and cut the extra bit off, and I'm done. And see, if these are grounds, then I can just leave that like that. I don't have to insulate it or anything. But if they're hot wires, then what I want to do is this. So if they're hot wires, I want to take some electrical tape, straighten this thing out a little bit, maybe trim the edges down some. Right about there. Don't want to cut the solder joint. And then I can just take my tape and put a piece of tape here. And a second piece of tape. And put it over there. Like that. Press them together real good. And take my scissors and trim out around this. Don't want to get too close. You got to make sure you leave tape around all the edges stuck to each other so it'll seal up. Don't want it to ground out on anything. And that should do it right there. That's the final result. All nice and insulated up. And that can just, get shoved down into a control cavity, and you won't have to worry about anything. And it's a nice clean way to bring all your wires together. And it doesn't take up a lot of space the way that like a terminal strip or something would. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. So, until the next one, everybody, have a good one.